roses and greeter. Come back and check I'm still breathing. When heaven takes you home and you're untouchable, tell them how you backflip through tragic. Show them how the struggle make magic. Make magic. Show them how the struggle make magic. Make magic. Make magic. Make magic. Make me smile so I can fit in your pockets when you go. 'Cause when you're gone, all of the colors turn to grey.
You've been getting too tense, tired of your baggage. On this journey I've known myself, been outgrowing you, you feel it. There's a liquor through the phone. 2 a.m. claiming you love me. You've been slipping like an everyday tone. On this journey I've known myself, been outgrowing you, you feel it. There's a liquor through the phone.
No shit's a given. It's my life, I'ma live it. I don't need your permission. Flying solo on a mission. It's my own game, I'll play it on my own. Where I end up, only heaven knows. I've got the world in the palm of my hand. Oh, I know I've got no master plan.
Hello, hello, hello. Let's see, let's give people some time to get in here. right. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? All right. Well, is there any specific questions anybody wants me to go over? Um, go over first, or do you guys want me to kind of go over Discord and stuff like that? It's not ready yet, but it should be hopefully within a week or two. What do we think, guys? I'm looking at the chat, waiting on you guys. This live stream is for y'all, so. All right. Well, actually, I'm waiting on the person that was in here, or actually, person in the Instagram asked me to talk about candles, but I don't know if she is in here or not. She just asked for the link in the thing, so I don't know if she's in here or not. Okay, she's in. All right. October 20 trades the tariff day. Could of course flip tomorrow, but not looking good at the moment. So yeah, a lot of stuff is down. A lot of stuff is down right now. I mean, let's look at what's Bitcoin doing. Bitcoin last I saw that was like 87,000. Yeah, Bitcoin's down pretty heavily. Um, and I expect the market could be it going into the red tomorrow as well, but you never know. It's hard to predict these things unless there's like sureties. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't looked at Cheddar Flow in a minute. Let's see here. Let's look at Cheddar Flow, see what that looks like. Um, largest thing, at least that happened, not today, but recently. It says today. I don't know why it says today, but let's see. We got an Nvidia put for 170. We got a SPY put 649. IWM, which is the Russell 237, 236. So we got some, and these are all in the millions. 3 million on Nvidia, 1.2 on SPY, 2.8 on Russell. All expiring the same time. So I expect tomorrow could be pretty bearish. SPY's doing pretty well though, all things considered. I mean, it's sitting around 683. I don't know why this says this, but this says this. I don't know why that's happening. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Um, but yeah, SPY's doing pretty good, all things considered. I mean, sitting at 683, it's not in a bad area. Um, what we're gonna want to do is, so we have, let me put a line here. So we've got a rejection right here, 4 times. Um, let's see. These are just lines that I'm going to be putting on here, things I'm going to be looking at right there. And then let's see, what do we have here? Support. Nah. You can look at Shutterflow anytime. I don't know how accurate that data is. It doesn't give me like a date. It just tells me a time, so it may not be updated since Friday. Um, when picking a strike price, how are you deciding that? How do you know what one to pick? The closer the strike price, the higher the premium, but you take strike prices that are three strike prices outside the money. Um, so depending on price wise, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me do something. I just gotta hide some important info. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. So how I pick a strike price, I like to look at um, I like to look at what the overall cost is going to be of said, um, hold on. Let me focus on this for 1 second. I need to hide some info. There's some info I don't want to be out there. Okay. All right. So how I pick a strike price. Here we go. We're back live. So let's say, for instance, these aren't going to be updated. These are going to be terrible. None of these are going to be updated. Um, all right. So these prices right here are not going to be updated for right now. They're actually going to be pretty off. But generally, let's say we're sitting at just 680 right here. Well, I'm not gonna pick that because that's gonna cost me $393. And it's just not gonna be worth it. So I'm gonna pick something kind of up around here, right? So I like these three numbers. So we're at 680. So we got a 685, 686, and a 687. I mainly like these two because they're both already positive. What I would want to see though is this one really go a little bit cheaper. It's already up 15%. The 685. For me, the sweet spot is between these prices right here, between 35 and like let's say 90. That's where I like to kind of hover around. Because if these go in the money, you're gonna make a decent bit of money. You're gonna make a decent bit of profit. Um, if you want to play it a bit safer, you could go one notch down. But here's the thing, like why pay $127 when you could pay $85? You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be about $40 cheaper, and your percentage bases are not gonna be that much off. So that's I like to go anything a little like anything between 35 and like 90 cents. If I want to play a lotto, then yeah, I'd go like way up here. But again, like the likelihood of these paying out pretty slim. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but it's just a lot. The further out of the money you go, the harder it is to capitalize on it. Um, so yeah. And same goes for puts as well. And these are also going to be. Oh well, hold on. These aren't going to be the reason these aren't accurate because these count as 1 day till expiration. So 0 DTE, these are going to be cheaper. So really, just bump them down one. So this is probably going to be like 85 cents. This will be like 56 cents, and so on and so forth. You can do a January 26th, but like that's going to be super expensive. Like I don't I don't really see the point unless you're doing a swing trade, like then like a Jan 26 could work out. But like if you're doing a day trade, there's no point in putting it out that far out on like expiration because you're gonna be paying so much in premium and you're not even gonna make that much in profit. Let me see. Let me go back up here. Can you please go over your SPY trades on October 20th? Let me see. Um, hmm, October 20th. Hold on a sec. Let me see what month we're in. We're in November. October 20th. Give me a second. I'm just looking for it. SPY. All right, October 20th. Let's see what we got. Um, well, I didn't really place any trades on October 20th. It must have been a weekend, but um, I didn't really make that many trades. I lost some money 23rd and the 24th, but I made decent amount of money on the 28th. Actually, a really good amount of money on the 28th. So it was a bit of a green, bit of red. 17th, I made some money, lost a little bit on the 17th, made a lot on the 10th. So, um, yeah, um, it's funny. I actually I did really well beginning of October. Um, but yeah, let's see here. Where to even start from learning about different candle types, strategies, and day trading. All right, so candle types, that's an easy one. Um, so really, what you want to look at when you're looking at candles. So let's say I'm on the 3 minute chart. Well, actually, let's take a broad view. All right. So let's just go to a 1 hour chart. So something you can kind of get a gauge on. So this is the 1 hour chart. So you're not going to get like a lot of candles out of this, but what do you notice? Like if you look at these candles and like the wicks and everything, what is a pattern that you notice? I'm going to give you some time. So what I notice, and again, this is just in the 1 hour, but this is accumulation of a lot of candles of an hour's worth of candles. This candle right here, it's got a very long bottom wick. What did it do after that? It went up. This candle, very long bottom wick. What did it do after that? It kept going up. We had this red candle. This is probably a little bit of breathing, probably a lot of trading sideways. It looks like it. And then we went up and we had another green candle. But what do we have? What are we getting from this green candle? Well, we're getting a tall top wick, and then after that we get and granted this is an after hours, but we're getting a tall top wick, and then we're getting a what I like to call an undecided candle because just it's in the middle. It can't decide what it's going to do. But then we get this big red candle. Let's see what else. All right, let's go over here to Wednesday. All right. Well, Wednesday, beginning of trading, we get these two big candles right here. But then we get this really big red candle with a very long top wick. Then what happens after that? We get another really big red candle, long top wick. We get a green candle with a long top wick. What happens? It keeps going down. Then we get one more big red, long top wick. And what happened? Went down here. So top wick, it's not 100% every time because I mean obviously look you've got this long top wick and then it went up. It's not 100% every time, but it's watching how the candle reacts. For instance, let me see. But look right here on the 3 minute chart. What happened? Long top wick, red candle, went down a little bit, traded sideways. Long bottom wick, it went up, traded sideways. Okay, but see, obviously we have a long bottom wick here, and then we go down a little bit. So it's not always indicative of it's going up or down like 100%, but it's a good idea. But something I like to look at, for instance, let me see, this was Friday. I didn't trade on Friday, but I did trade on Wednesday. So let me go to Wednesday. We had a good day on Wednesday. So we got, let's see, where did we start our trade at? I think we started right here. Let me see. Yeah, we did start here. So, um, so Wednesday, so right here, I think it was this candle that we got out that I got out of. I'm like almost positive. I could be wrong, but I think it is. But look how skinny this candle is. That candle's weak. That candle's got no mass in the middle. And it's a green candle. So the buyers were strong enough to keep it green, but not strong enough to really keep it that green. I mean, they were right there on the edge. So that tells me buyer strength is running out. And what happened after that? Some red candles came. Now, granted, it didn't plummet. It could have, but it didn't. I mean, it did right here. Look at this candle. This candle, very small. Little bit of buyer strength, more than the sellers, but not enough. But that tells me next round they're probably going to be pretty tired. And look what happened. Boom, went down here. So um, that's what I look at. And I don't look at these and think, oh wow, they're tired. I mean, they are tired, but like obviously you see they still stair stepped up a little bit. But look what happened. This one pushed up pretty high, right? It pushed up and then it got pushed all the way back down to here, all the way back down, right? Look at these candles. These are strong candles. These are strong candles. When there's more mass than there is wick, that tells me they're strong candles. Now, this one, you could have seen this and be like, oh well, this one looks pretty weak. You're right, it does. So I waited for the next candle. Well, next candle opened up, and it's right here on my line. Next candle opened up, and I see it got a little bit more green than that one, and then it kept going. So, um, where was it? This one? Yeah. See, this one, it went like this, but then it turned heavily red and went down, and then this is when I got out. So just being able to read and understand the candles, and you will over time, but that's just how I look at them. I'm looking at them like, okay, a lot of strength, a lot of strength, a lot of strength. All right, we're starting to lose a little bit of strength. All right, we got a red right here, but we're on top of my line. Second candle formed. It's a green. It closed green on top of my line. Third candle formed above my line green. It's a little bit bigger than the previous candle. Okay, well we're still looking okay. We went up. So strategies. So I mean my strategy is pretty simple. I just watched the 9 EMA. So for instance, this candle breaks above the 9 EMA, which is my purple line. It breaks above it, and then once it breaks above it, it stays above it. So this would be a entry for me right here, which I think it will. No, my entry was actually bad. It was way back here, but this would be a good entry. And then as you can see, it's staying above this EMA 9 the whole way up. Yes, it does cross right there, but just because it crosses down, unless it's like something crazy, I'm gonna stay in it. It's still going up. It's still going up. All right, now we're starting to come down a little bit. See, you could still stay in this line until you get it to about right here. But why? I'm already. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles before red forms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before red forms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have two reds back to back. We have two reds back to back. I'm starting to see, okay, buyers are running out of control. Probably a good time to get out. And it was. Because all of this would have just chewed up all of my profit. Time decay would have killed me in this chop. The blue lines are manual. Um, and then another thing that I use is the SMA 50 line. Usually, when the SMA 50 line crosses under the EMA 9 line, that's a good indicator you're about to go on a very bullish run. So usually if that's under, we're going on a bullish, but you see it crosses back on top. We went bear a little bit, crosses back under. Not much really happened. So and right now, before market open, SMA 50 is over the EMA 9. And if price is at 680, it's still over the EMA line and over the candles. So that tells me we're gonna have a pretty probably a pretty bearish open. I don't know. I could be wrong though. What else do I use though? Let's see, VWAP. So I can see that we're above VWAP right here. Usually if we're above VWAP, that usually tells me we're going up in like a bull. Let's see what else. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Supply and demand. So supply and demand is a good indicator of when to buy or when to sell. So down here, this is where a lot of buying is happening, right? This is where a lot of opportunity is happening, where a lot of buying to shoot the price up is happening. You can see we went in this thing 1, 2, 3, shot up, went back down, 1, 2, shot up, went back down, 1, 2, shot up. So you can see when we're in this zone, they are going to try to shoot the price up. That doesn't mean every time it's going to shoot up. It can go down below it and it can create new lows. That's, but it's a good indicator. Hey, this might be a good time to buy. And then what happened when it went up here? Well, you see when it went up here, it sold off. All right, kept selling off. All right, they tried to buy it again, but what happened? They got up here again, sold off, went down, went back, sold off, sold off. So yeah. So that's why I use these supply and demand zones. Let's see, BB Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands pretty much kind of the same as the EMA 9. It's just more confirmation while I'm in the trade and I know what's coming. So you see these candles are trading outside of this top of the Bollinger Band. What happens when we trade outside the Bollinger Band? Well, we're going to correct a little bit and we're going to move sideways. We're going to catch some air, and that's what we did right here. We moved up. We didn't get all the way to the Bollinger Band, but we still moved sideways. Then we moved up, and then we moved sideways. So I like to just use that as confirmation while I'm in the trade. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. How to use VWAP? So how to use VWAP? I don't really use it to plan an entry. I more so use it to just watch how the trade is going as I'm in it. You can use it to plan an entry. A good way to use it is, so this bottom line right here of the VWAP is going to serve as a support line in a way. And as you can see, let me zoom in. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Where'd my VWAP go? What the fuck? Okay. I don't know what happened there. So as you can see, VWAP was used as support a couple of times. You can see it was support kind of like right here, 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 and here. You can see these candles tried to go outside, but they got pushed back up inside the VWAP. So that tells me they're trying to be kind of bullish. Usually, if it's going down and it fully forms under it, they can't even push it anyway in there. That tells me it's going to go bearish a little bit. So obviously, you can see it got pushed up through the VWAP. And then up here it formed a support and then went back down and then it stayed above it. I usually just use it just for confirmation while we're above it. Once we start getting close to it, like right here, it's probably a good time to get out. But yeah. But again, I got out before we even got down this low. I got out like we're right over here. Let's see. What did Jerry say? I think it would be good to explain when chop is happening and how to avoid it. Yeah, so chop, how to avoid it? Well, you got to look at the price action. So right here, this is a lot of chop. All right. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it because sometimes I tend to not avoid it either. Once you're in the trade, there's no real point in like trying to get out of it. Just kind of sit in it, especially if you're in the trade early in the day. If you're in the trade late in the day, though, let's say 1 o'clock p.m., and market closes in 2 hours, probably not a good idea to stay in it. But I don't know. Chop usually doesn't happen middle of the day. It's usually kind of like it usually starts to happen around like noon. So really your best windows are probably between like 9:30 and let's just say 12:30. But how to avoid chop? Um, usually a good sign that there's going to be chop is if you throw in VWAP and it's trading a lot within the VWAP zone. If it's trading a lot in there, it's just going to be choppy. But if it's above it, obviously you know where it's going. It's going up. Let's go back a couple other days. I mean, look right here. I mean, sorry, that's a different time zone. Um, yeah, look right here. Look right here, 9:21 a.m. Look at all that. It's just that's terrible. That's terrible price action. So this, like, if it's like trading central of the VWAP, that's gonna be a bad time to get into it. If it's trading central of the 9 EMA, that's gonna be a bad time to get into it. Obviously this is choppy, but this is also after hours. Um, let's see. Right here wouldn't be a good time. I mean, you could have bought puts up here and wrote it down, but still, yeah, it's a little choppy right here too, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, usually if it's in the middle of the VWAP, usually a pretty good indicator that there's going to be some chop. Like, good lord, look at this bull crap. This is awful. I mean, yeah, you could have called a nice put down here and then a nice call right here, but you would have gone right back down. So you would have had to just scalp this, sell out, let it go back down, and then buy it up here. So yeah, what is the red line in VWAP? I think that's an SMA. Let me double check. That's the VWAP line. So that is the VWAP line, the red line, and then your top ones are just your upper bands. What are they called? I don't know. They're just called upper and lower bands. How do you know the right time to enter? Like, how did you know it would be bullish at your entry point? Are you checking 1, 3? I'm on the 3 minute chart. How do I know it'll be bullish? Well, obviously, I don't know to like 100% that it's going to be bullish, but when I pull up these supply and demand zones, obviously, I see that. Hold on. So, obviously, we're down in this demand. All right, here's a good indicator. We're in the demand zone down here. So obviously this is where a lot of buying happens. Okay, what do we line up with? Well, RSI. Look what RSI is at. RSI right here is at 22. So we're extremely oversold. So that tells me, okay, well, there's going to be a chance we're probably about to jump right up. And that we did. But we did jump down. Um, and right, either one of these entries would have been fine. It just if you hopped in here and didn't sell up here, like didn't sell. Hold on. Didn't sell up here, then you're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But it did end up getting a pretty good run. I mean, a very good run. But I see that we're in a zone. I see that this is where a lot of. Hey, sorry guys, my microphone cut off mid sentence. Um, but um, anyways, what I was saying was down here is going to be a really good area. This is where a lot of buying happens. So that you just timing my entry. I mean, I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at where's RSI at. Okay, RSI, we're right here, was at 22. I probably would have bought this entry. Not gonna lie to you. Now obviously it went back down to like exactly where it was. So but still we're at let's see, 33. We're still pretty oversold. So and then look what happens. So I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at RSI. And then, when's a good time to sell? Well, let's see. See if it'll load for me. Hold on. What is this thing done? Hold on. don't know why I did that. All right. Let me hide these real quick. So, getting up here, obviously it wasn't done yet. It did go back down. I probably would have sold here because, to tell you the truth, if you bought down here, let's see, you bought at 651 and it goes all the way to 661, that's 10 points. You should probably sell. Like, that's a 10 point. You're probably well over 100%. Like, you're probably over 200%. So if you don't sell at 200%, I don't know what to tell you, because it then did drop off and it went up higher. You probably still made, if you held, you probably still made some more percentage, but why? Like, why even risk it? You know what I mean? So, but let's say if I bought here and then got up to here and I'm in this blue zone, which is a supply zone, I think. Hold on, let me double check because I always get these messed up. Yeah, supply zone. This is where a lot of selling. This is where a lot of selling is going to happen. So you know it's going to go down every fucking time. So probably a good idea to sell. But also when you're right here, look right here. So let's see, we're at 661 and RSI is at 91. You're extremely overbought. Extremely. Like, that is a good indicator that, hey, probably a good time to start thinking about selling. Again, we don't want to get greedy. Yes, you could have made more gains, or you could have just waited till it got right. You could have sold up here and then watched the chart, see it went down in here in the VWAP, and where are we at on the RSI? Oh, wow, we are at 11. We're extremely fucking oversold. So what's going to happen when we're extremely oversold? We're going to juice it right back up. And so you could have gotten a double whammy, 2 wins. This probably would have been a 100%er as well over it, because you went from, let's see, you went from 656 to 664. Massive wins. So RSI, so let me see. So yeah, I sell even with 4 to 5 points. My problem isn't the funds or the selling point. I keep getting wrong entries. So RSI volume is important for bullish trend. It's important for both trends. It's important for both trends. Let's say if you wanted to play puts. Well, what's going on here? You're 92. You're extremely oversold. I mean, overbought. So you know it's going to go down. Well, what do? You buy puts. You grind it out a little bit, and then you get here. Your puts pay off. All right. And then you get over here. What happens? All right. Well, you see that you're oversold, overbought. You're 76. Well, what do? You buy some puts, and you see it goes all the way down to here. Now it's not a I'm not gonna buy if it's like, I'm not gonna take it serious if it's like something like this, this little thing. But like these up here, these big peaks up top and these big peaks down below, like, the more overbought or oversold it is, generally means the more it's going to react. Not all the time, but generally speaking, that is the case. I mean, let's just look. After this oversold period, where did it go? Well, it shot right up to overbought. All right. And then what happened? It went all the way down here. All right. We went up a little bit and then we went back down. What happened? Shot back up, overbought. People sold off. It grinded down. It went up some more. So it's not all going to be copy paste. It's not like it's just every scenario is different. And like I've said in the past, you've just got to get a feel for it. Like, once you've traded SPY enough, you're going to be able to get a feel for it and understand like what you're doing. But it's going to take time. It's going to take you losing. The losses are going to teach you more than the wins. I'll tell you that much. The wins make you feel like you're the smartest person in the world. The losses make you feel like you're the dumbest fucking person in the world, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? The losses is what's going to teach you the most. November 20th, let's see. Um, the market did it fall? Was this the day it fell apart? No, it wasn't this day. It was, when was it? Was it November 20th? No, it was, I thought it was later than that. I might be tripping. No, here we go. Wasn't it this day? can you please show the indicator showing supply and demand and how you see the number that RSI is at? I already have your RSI indicator settings on, but I don't know how to see the numbers. What do you mean the numbers? Like right here? Like the purple numbers right here? Is that what you're talking about? I think that's my problem. Can you share what yours are? And then my supply and demand indicator. Yeah, it's right here. It's just supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo. It's at 11 oversold. Oh, talking about like right here? Yeah. I mean, I'm just holding it right here. Like I'm just holding my mouse over it right here where it says 11 and look to the right where it says actually it was fucking 8. Jesus Christ. So like right, it's to my right over here. How do I get it to set up that way though? When you hit the settings, you just go to I think style and labels on price scale. So this is the price scale over here. So just have labels in price scale. Let me see. So November 20th. Let me go there. Oh shit. Yeah. Here it is. All right. Yeah. I mean, it could have. Let's see. So you could have gotten if you would have bought here, you would have been you could have gotten a nice put, but you also probably would have screwed yourself in thinking, all right, well I've hit the bottom, let me sell now, and then you got like a little gain, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm done for the day. But if you see this, you may again, I'm not saying like you should, obviously if you did you made a lot of money, but see how this is a little outside the line at 73, so it's 3 points past the oversold indicator or overbought indicator. You could have played this, and if you played it then obviously you made money, but again it's all trying to aim for home runs is near impossible. But just following your strategies and your indicators, um, will lead you in the right direction. But what you could have done, so if you wanted to play puts, if you would have had these indicators up, yes, I recommend TradingView over Thinkorswim. I've used Thinkorswim in the past, don't like it. You can see we're in this blue zone, which is going to be a lot of selling in here. So this is a nice time to try and play puts. And something else to note is on the orb, out on the orb 15-minute line right here, you can see we grinded across it right here. Let me zoom in. You can see we grinded across it up top with no strength whatsoever. And then once we crossed under this EMA 9 line, especially under this the SMA 50, and then under the VWAP, this would have been a great time to play puts. Like the indicators are all there. They're all screaming at you, buy puts, buy puts. Um, even if you turn on your Bollinger Bands, what's it telling you? Let's see. Where are my Bollinger Bands at? Hold on. Oh, I mean, look, your Bollinger Bands are telling you the same thing. So yeah, I mean, if you had like like these indicators, not even including the what were you telling me? I can't remember the exact. Oh, the RSI. Not even including the RSI. I mean, you would have had all these other indicators telling you, hey, puts is going to be the move, because you can see, and even if you got in, let's zoom out. So let's say you get in right here, 672, because this is when your SMA 50 and your EMA 9 crossover, and you can see even when you get to like right here, where is your look how far away your SMA 50 is from your EMA 9. It's way out here, dude. It's way the fuck out here. So yeah, these all these indicators would have told you to buy a put. Um, and that's what I would have done. I think I don't remember if I got into this or not, but and then you get down here, and yeah, you just But again, this is like a one in like literally once. I don't want to say once in a lifetime, but this happens like once or twice a year. Like the odds of this happening again anytime soon, I could be wrong, could happen tomorrow, but the odds of this happening anytime soon is going to be pretty like slim. I mean, because that was a dump. I mean, that was a, let's see, 675 down to, I mean, that's a 20-point dump. I mean, that's just 10 points is crazy, but 20 is unheard of. It doesn't happen a lot. Let's see. Beginner question. Um, so RSI volume is important for bullish trend. Yeah, bullish and bearish. Beginner question. I copied your SPY God chart. I'm trying to follow along to understand. I must have my margins or something huge because my candles are large and I can't see a lot of my screen. Yeah, you make your screen smaller by this. You just go over here, hold down the left click button, and you can change how big you want it to be. Just doing that. And you can do the same with over here on time. Stretch it out or bring it in closer, more compact. I like it like this, where I can kind of see the full thing. When I'm in a trade, though, let me go to a bull candle. Oh wow, okay. So if they're super small like that, if they're like really small like that, then I'm gonna just open this up. All right, I'm gonna open this up, get some what looks like volume. When I'm gonna trade though, and then when I'm gonna trade, I'm like really, I have my chart really close. Like I'm like this, like I have it like this, like very close. Ow, sorry, I just hit my knee on my desk. Um, let's see. Um, I think that's my problem. Can you share what yours are? I think that's my Kaylee Huntley, you said, I think that's my problem. Can you share what yours are? Can I share what my problems are? Uh, kind of greed sometimes. Do you recommend using trade? Yep. Austin, do you talk about which trades you're doing on a daily basis? Like tomorrow morning, what you'll do? Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do SPY. That's it. Like that's all. That's literally like I trade SPY 90% of the time. Like just because I like the day trading. Now once we get the Discord built out and we get all the analysts in there, I've got two really good analysts that you guys know of that should be joining. If they post plays like for swing trades, then I'll just copy theirs. I just don't have time really to look at swing trades because I'm actively like watching SPY, and that's just what I like to trade. Um, I noticed my entries got much better after using the Bollinger Bands EMA 9 SMA 50 user strategy. Yeah, yeah, dude, it's fucking great. Thank you. Do you think you will be streaming tomorrow, Austin? No, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I gotta do a lot of my other job as well. So, um, but nonetheless, I'm still gonna be posting and like all that stuff. I bought Shutterflow because of you. It helped me make wins last week. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, so guys, I want to talk about Discord. So I'm gonna show my screen of the Discord. We're getting this bad boy set up, and I'm gonna kind of just go through it with you guys. Let me see here. So this is what it'll be. Um, so the Discord will look like this, guys. This is the Discord. I have usernames have been truncated. Okay. This will be what you come to. So when you guys load in, you'll have a disclaimer here. You'll have the rules, right? And you'll have all these different channels. You'll have refer a friend. This will be the announcements one. This is where big announcements, maybe updates to the Discord, maybe big news, maybe giveaways, stuff like that. They'll be announced here, and everybody will be notified when something is posted in here. Only I will be able to post in here. Maybe me and like another, maybe one to three people will be able to post it here, but it's not something that's gonna be posted in every day. It's hard to see. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Sorry. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. I can't really do much for these down here. These are already kind of small. I guess I could do like, hold on, let me see. Yeah, that's about. I don't have a Discord link yet. It's not done yet, but it should. I'm hoping it'll be done with no longer than 2 weeks. We'll have a customer support tab right here. If you guys have any problems, whether it's with the Discord or anything like that. Another support thing, you probably don't need two of these, but yeah. Profits will be posted here. Whenever you make profits for the day, you guys will just be able to go in here, post a screenshot of your profits, tag whatever analyst maybe made the call, whatever. This right here, this will be set up. So let's say we have 9 analysts. You'll get to go in here and you will get to select which analyst you want to receive alerts from. So if you want to receive alerts from, let's say, just me and maybe like 3 other people, you can select emojis that correspond with just me and those 3 other people. And then, oh, there you go. Look, Nathan right there, project stuff. He's one of the guys working on it. And he just said should be ready within the next 2 to 3 days. There's some things I need to work on my side, so that hopefully it'll be 2 to 3 days as well. But yeah, we're aiming to get this thing out soon. But anyways, Alertbot setup, you'll be able to select emojis to pretty much select what analyst you want to receive alerts from. And how those alerts will go is, let's say I post something. So in here, you click in here, and you will be able to see any alert I've posted recently, right? Mostly it's going to be day trade. So if you're reading one from 3 hours ago, probably going to be too late. But you'll be able to go in here and see alerts. When they get posted in here, it will alert you like to your phone. So let's say, for instance, if your phone is turned off, you're doing whatever, you're feeding your kid or at work or whatever, it'll light up and say Austin alert, whatever, and then you'll be able to look at it, go to it, and execute the trade. It'll also be posted in the trading floor. So this will be the trading floor for everybody in here. And it'll also be posted in the SPY SPX QQQ chat. So this is where I will mainly be talking a lot is right here. Because obviously I trade SPY a lot. But same with, let's say, Chundi. Chundi, he'll be an analyst. He likes to do long-term and swing trades. So when he posts, his will go in here. His will get posted in the trading floor, this one right here, and also directly to your phone. And it's going to be a lot better than the other app, guys, because it's going to be immediate. When I post this alert, it's going to be immediate. Like, it's going to be quick. There's not going to be any delay. You're not going to be scrambling to try and get in and catch the price like you would before on the other app. Yeah, it should. And hopefully it does show up clearly. I think once we're gonna test it out once it's set up. Me, Nathan, and Jerry, we're gonna test it out, the notification system, see if there's any tweaks that need to be made. But it should be able to work just fine. In here, so notable nodes. So not here, sorry, notable flow. So this is where a lot of flow from Cheddar and Unusual Wells is going to get posted in here. So if we see $1.3 million call made on NVIDIA, it's going to get posted right in here for everybody to see, and it's going to alert everybody. The notable flow is going to alert everybody. Notable ETF flow, that's pertaining to SPY, QQQ, SPX, the Russell, all that stuff. If there's any big bearish or big bullish calls or puts in here, it's going to get posted in here. Admin analysis, that's where, like when I do my morning thing where I say these levels, blah blah blah, Tesla, if it can go above this, that's where all this stuff is going to get posted right here every morning, or just about every morning. Algo chat, so for guys that like to mess around with algorithms, I know that Adit and Jerry, I know they've been messing with one. This is where you guys will get to talk and share algorithms and stuff like that. Strategy indicator chat, same thing, just for indicators. whether that's the EMA 9, 10, 13, SMA 50, whatever. You'll get to talk about it in here. If somebody, let's say you're not an analyst, but you have a play you want to make, maybe you see something that the analysts haven't called out. For instance, let's say you saw in the news that some company had a lot of debt and they're about to liquidate or whatever. Well, you post it in here and say, hey guys, I'm buying a put expiring this day because I saw that this company is whatever, and I think it could be a good opportunity. And that gives you the ability to, one, share plays with other members. Anybody can share a play, not just analysts, but the analysts they're the ones who are going to be sharing the plays that are 9 times out of 10 going to hit and make you money. I added this in here. I'm not a big futures trader, but I guarantee there is going to be some people that like to do futures trading. So for those of you that want to do futures trading, can talk about it in here. Maybe I'll get an analyst that wants to do futures trading as well, or maybe one of you guys are really good at it and you let me know and I can maybe make you an analyst. This is just off-topic chat, whatever you want to talk about, whether it's beer, drinking, dogs, guns, cars, whatever. The live chat, so we'll have, live chat. We'll have some live chats in here, maybe go over some certain things. Right here, we'll have class. So this is kind of going to be live streaming for you guys in here. Maybe I'll do one-on-ones. Maybe there's a specific question of the day. We go over it here in the live class. I live stream it, all that stuff. Trading support. So let's say you're new and you don't understand what's happening. You don't understand what you did wrong. You go in here. You post a screenshot or say, hey, this is what I've noticed is happening, blah, blah, blah. And then either me or an admin will get back to you and answer your question. Risk management, same there. Let's say you've lost $10,000 in a month and maybe you don't understand why you're losing so much money. Well, we'll go through your trade history. We'll figure out, okay, maybe you're putting way too much money up front and you're not properly managing your risk. Videos, there will be training videos in here. I will make training videos on specific things, very important things that you guys need to know. I'm going to start all the way from lesson 1 and just build from there. Don't worry about this one. We're still in the process of making that. Okay. So something I do want to talk to you guys about. There will be 3 options on this platform. Okay. There will be a free access. There will be a monthly subscription basis, and there will be a lifetime. I am going to be pretty much not doing as much with my main job to help you guys and to help build this community. So with that is going to come a loss of income for me. I am only going to be charging. You're going to click here. You're going to go to Join Surfers Pro. So you have it's $39.99 a month. That's it. You can make that in one day. You can make 20 times that in one day. That's how much it's going to cost if you want the full access. And what the full access is you're going to get access one-on-one with me whenever you need it. You're going to get access to the trading floor, which is going to give you access to all the analysts. I am the only one who will be able to post in the free trading room. So it's just going to be me posting in the free trading room if you decide to do free. Guys, I have to do a little bit of a subscription because I am not going to be doing as much on my main job because I'm going to have to shift my focus towards this. So I'm going to have to even out the loss of income. And also, you're going to be getting way more from this than you're going to be getting from a Nessus app. Okay? I promise you, there is going to be at least 9 or 10 analysts in here. You're going to have so many options to choose from, so many different analysts to choose from. You're going to get alerts every single day, okay? And it's going to be fantastic, okay? You're $40. If you do that times 12, that's $480 a year. That's it. $480 a year. If you can't make $480 in a year from trading, then you need to do. Then trading is not for you. Straight up. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's the thing. You're going to come in here and you're going to learn how to do this. You're going to learn how to do this stuff, and you're going to make $480 a day. You're going to make so much money a day. You're going to be surprised at how cheap this is. Okay? So these are the prices. All right. Free access. So free access. Let me go back through it. Free is you're really only you're gonna be able to have this access to this. This is all gonna be the free access people. This is the only trading. This is the only chit chat room you get, and the only alerts you're gonna get is alerts from me, and as many as I can give you. You're not going to get alerts from Chundi. You're not going to get common stock trade alerts. You're not going to get alerts from the other analysts that I'm not going to name yet because I want to get everything set in stone before I say who they are. But I'm telling you, they're good analysts, and you guys know who they are. You're going to get one, and so that's the free trading room. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, there we go. Surfer full access. This is $39.99 a month, and I'm giving you guys a 14-day free trial for the first 2 weeks. When you sign up, it's the first 2 weeks are free. You're going to get the full access to everything for free for 2 weeks, and then once that 2 weeks is up, it's going to charge $39.99 a month. If you want to pay every 6 months, it's $225.99. That's 6% off. If you want to just pay it one time, once a year, it's $400.99. You get analyst, AI tools, training courses, live voice chat, trading chat. I'm going to be able to one-on-one with you guys, and you're going to get live entries and exits. Now, I know this one is going to be a bit of a big one, but let's say, for instance, you've been in the thing for 6 months, your 6-month membership's coming up, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with a membership or subscription anymore. This community has grown so much. I'm going to stay in here pretty much forever. Then you can do that. That's just if somebody wants to come in here, pay once and not have to worry about money paying ever again, they just pay that and they're done. But this one, $39.99 a month, 14-day free trial. 14 days, if you don't like with what you've seen for 14 days, guys, and you're like, fuck this, I don't want to do it, no problem. No problem at all, guys. But I didn't want to charge too much because I don't want you to think it's a money grab. I love trading and I love teaching you guys, and I'm going to be teaching you guys every single day. It's not going to be like where you guys make a post and then I don't get back to you for 2 or 3 days. I'm going to get back to you as soon as I can, probably minutes later. Okay? Because I'm always on my phone. Yes, you will be able to get my alerts. The people that get my alerts are free. It is great, but you're only going to be able to get my mic cut out again. Yes, look, free. You will be able to get my alerts. You'll get basic education material. But the only downside to it is you're not going to be able to just think of this. Let's say we're all in the spy chat, and let's say I make a call. Hey guys, let's hop in spy 685 call expiration 0 DTE. Well, now rather than sitting there and like wondering what's going on, you can watch the chat live of other people talking. Let's say Jerry's talking, and let's say Kevin is talking. Everybody's talking here, chatting. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. And then you start to see, the energy shift in the chat. Okay, guys, yeah, this is starting to look like it's going to pull back. Well, then now you have a good idea. Okay, everybody thinks it's going to start pull back. Maybe I should go ahead and sell. Same with the trading floor. The trading floor, that's going to be your Nvidia, your Tesla, your Intel, your AMD talk, all that stuff. Like you're going to get to have access to other traders, not even just analysts, other traders that take trading seriously, and a lot of them are good. A lot of them are going to be seasoned. You know what I mean? So I understand that most of you are going to be like, well, I'm already paying for a Nessus. I don't want to pay for that. And this, guys, look, no hard feelings. If you guys want to stick it over at a Nessus, that's perfectly fine. I completely understand. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a fantastic group. We're going to make incredible plays. We're going to make a lot of money and a lot of profit. And I can already tell you a lot of people. I mean, look, guys, I've only had the Instagram group for a week, and over 200 of you have already come over. Like, yes, there may be a lot of people on a Nessus out, but how many of them are really active? Not a lot. How many of them are actually willing to help you besides me, Swills, and Profit Hunter? That's it. Nobody else is willing to really help you guys. I want to be able to help you guys so much that you get to a point where you can start helping other people. You know what I mean? And then we're all making money. We're all posting ideas and trade ideas and stuff of that nature. So I tried to make it as cheap as possible, but I also had to make it an amount that made it worth it for me to shift my focus from my main job to this and give you guys my undivided attention because you guys deserve you guys deserve nothing less than that. So if nobody else has any other questions, um, I'm gonna get back to working on this. I'm hoping it'll be out in a week, maybe 2 weeks. But I'm telling you guys, this is going to be awesome. Like, this is going to be life changing. We're going to actually build a community where we get to talk to each other live every single day, not just make a post like Facebook and then we comment under it, 30 minutes later because that's how long it takes for these damn posts to register in the fucking system. I'm going to get to post something immediately and you guys are going to get to see it immediately. Like it's going to be instantaneous. And we're going to have like at least 10 analysts. So you're going to have 10 people to choose from, 10 different alerts. Yes, it's going to take time, but I'm telling you, it will get there. I started on the app the stocks to buy now app in July. And where are we? July, January, February, March, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's only been 4 months. 4 months. I think it was the end of July, so really 3 months that I was in there. And like, look, we've all met. So, um, yeah, guys, I really appreciate y'all's time. Um, yeah, I really appreciate all your time. I appreciate you guys for following me and trusting in me and believing in me. It really means a lot. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Don't worry, we'll do some more live streams throughout the week, maybe one, two more. But I'm gonna finish up some things with the Discord, and I'm gonna go to bed early so we can wake up refreshed and ready to kill the market tomorrow. All right, guys.